You can't hear me. Hey, can you hear me? No one can hear me. No one can hear. Testing 1, 2.
These two are for live streaming. This is the main one for this room.
So keep those off.
For the club. I don't know why they hid it there.
Cool. All right, look at that now. There we go. All right, maybe we could get the music down a little bit. Everything's happening. Wow, technology, you've got to love it. It's a bit like COVID. It's an absolute punish. All right. Just wait a second. Get seated, get comfortable. There we go. Okay, welcome to the Clarence Valley Sports Awards hosted by Grafton Shopping World. Let's just give a round of applause for everyone because we made it here. I can't even get this microphone out, so we are off to a brilliant start. All right, there we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a trying 2 or 3 years. I can't believe it. It's been a while since I've been back. The last time was in Grafton, but to everybody here, thank you so much for turning out. It's so good to see so many people in the room for the Grafton Shopping World Clarence Valley Sports Awards. This is our 8th year, and it's so great to be here at the Bowlo, here in Yamba. I hope that everybody's already enjoying part of their main meal. We are running a little bit behind, but I promise we'll make up for it. Before we do get into the proceedings tonight and welcoming everybody here, I would just like Trevor to come up to do the Welcome to Country, who's from Yaegleland. Please give him a round of applause.
Hello everyone and welcome on behalf of Yaegle Country, Yaegle people. I welcome you here tonight. I'm glad she never called me an elder because I still think I can play football, but that's in the over 50s I think it is. What I'd like everyone to do is if we can just have a minute's silence because we lost a lot of our elders this week and last week and we've got a few funerals coming up, so if you don't mind, if we can everyone stand for a minute's silence please. Thank you for that. Just in mentioning, we lost 3 people in the Lower Clarence. Today we lost Auntie Dora Daly from Bayou, a lovely elder woman out there. We lost Uncle Lester Mercy, an elder from McLean. And we also lost my cousin Robert Bean. So that's why I requested 1 minute silence because out of respect for them and what they put in to this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trevor. Appreciate that. And to all of the traditional owners of the land, past, present and emerging, we'd like to show our respects and thank you so much for that. Welcome to country. To everybody here, I'm Katie. There's so many familiar faces. It's so great to have some fresh faces. I'm a proud Grafton girl and grew up in Grafton my whole life. I work for Channel 7 and I am so proud to be from the Clarence Valley. I love coming back here for the Sports Awards and I guess I'm part of this media landscape that's grown and I get to see so many talented athletes, and that's my job as a sports presenter, is interviewing all of you, athletes, coaches, volunteers, administrators, and more importantly family who helps you all get here, because these nights don't run without having a support network. You don't get to be a champion athlete if you don't have a good support network. You don't get to be a successful coach if there's not somebody in your corner backing you the entire way. So I think it's really important that we admire and also cheer on and celebrate everybody in this room, no matter your title. And also the night, I know that you come to these things and you go, oh, it's a drag, and like they're thanking 100 sponsors, but I tell you what, we honestly don't get to be here, and you don't get your prizes if we don't have sponsors like the Bowlo or the Grafton Shopping World sponsoring the events. There's so many that have come on board, so bear with me because we do need to call out a few. But just a few housekeeping rules as well. So I thought bathrooms were over to my right, but they are actually to your right. Out the exit signs. And also just with COVID, if you're sitting, not eating or drinking, please just wear your mask, be COVID safe. And if you are standing up and walking around, please put your mask on if possible. But when you do come up, you don't need to wear your mask and you can handshake. Just a little bit of background on me. I mentioned that I work for Channel 7 and I'm a radio host for SEN, but I actually took up semi-pro rugby league 18 months ago, played for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, got cut in half, played in the middle, and I'm going to play for Wynnum Manly in Queensland. It's been quite the experience, but certainly can't do it as well as some of you in this room, but it's been great, and I think I feel so inspired when I meet athletes and coaches and admin and volunteers in here, because it certainly eggs me on. But quickly, I know some of you are eating your main meals. Can you please check under your seat, because there is a lucky door prize. Already? Okay. It's a pink ribbon. Is there a pink ribbon under anyone's chair? There we go, come on the front, you've won a prize. Yeah, round of applause, how good. While you are making your way up, it's going to be your night. Lucky lady, well done. Now, we can't have these awards without Grafton Shopping World. They've been our major sponsor since we started in 2014. So if you haven't checked out already in the Hall of Fame, when you walk into Grafton Shopping World each month, there's a lot of photos, and they tend to be the senior sports person and junior sports person of the month. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the centre manager Brendan Wilson here or marketing coordinator Cassie Milligan, but that's all right. They're watching on the live stream, and that's all thanks to Clarence Media, who will have that up on the Clarence Valley Sports Awards Facebook page, and you can catch that on their website as well, which is super cool, run by Bill North. So he was at the Daily Examiner and now is running his own business. I love to see that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, winner. Nice. Now, our apologies from other sponsors is just Damo from Loving Life FM, the Athlete's Foot, Tui's, Kensdale Signs, Troy Designs, and the Grafton District Services Club, who have hosted many successful editions of the Clarence Valley Sports Awards. We will get the 2022 Sports Awards back in November, but tonight we thank everybody here at the Bowlo Sport and Leisure Yamba for having us and doing such a great job. Hopefully your meals are as good as they all look. Also with us tonight, the Clarence Valley Sporting Wall of Fame, Jim Baird is here. Thank you for joining us, Jim. Could you stand up? Where are you, Jim? Make it known. Everyone give him a round of applause. Hall of Famer. A big welcome to Clarence Valley's new mayor. Now, I haven't met Ian. Is it Tylee or Tilly? Is it Tylee? Yeah, there you go. Ian Tylee, setting the record straight. Lovely to have you, Ian. We've got Councillor Deborah Novak in the corner here on my right. Apologies from the member of Page, Kevin Hogan, and member for Clarence, Chris Galactus, and Councillor Peter Johnston. Committee member Terry West was unable to make it, so was our special guest, unfortunately, Joel Wiseman. He has been sent to Canberra. He has errands to run down there, but he is a born and raised Yamba man. He's called away due to the protests at the Parliament House. But meanwhile, it's been great to see you all turn up. Lucky door prize down, which brings me to the awards night. So for all of our award winners and nominees, when you come up, I'll get you to come up on the steps to my right, and then I'll get you to go down here, and that's where you will receive your awards off Tim and Bruce. And photos are going to be in front of the black wall on my right over here, near the tea and coffee. During the breaks. We're ad-lib here. We are on the run. I love it. All right, first up tonight, this is in honour of Colin Marsh and Bruce Green, and it seems to be a bit of an unfortunate theme. There are always people, unfortunately sick, but leaving a legacy, and Cole and Bruce certainly did. The McLean Show Society Colin Marsh and Bruce Green Memorial Award is the first award tonight, and the recipient is chosen by members of that McLean Show Society for excellence in agricultural sports. So the award is named in honour of these two men, and it's been so surreal to come here and not have Bruce here. He was a tremendous member and part of the team here for the Sports Awards Council, and it was certainly a shock. It's been a little over 12 months, but to Cole and Bruce, certainly the legacy lives on. He was always part of that Tui's raffle, that's for sure, and you wouldn't really see him without a beer in his hand. But I will invite McLean Show Society President Brian Ferry and Bruce's son Jackson Green up if they are here to present the inaugural Cole Marsh and Bruce Green Memorial Award. Are either of them here in the room tonight? We do have both of them. Yeah, please give them a round of applause as they come up. Thank you. And just a few words as they both do come up on Bruce Green. He was involved in so many committees in the Clarence Valley, none more so than the McLean Show Society, and he joined the Horse Management Committee way back in 1978, what a trooper, on a trip to the Sydney Royal Show in 2000 with Glenn and Mogul Brahman, the stud. He got inspiration and a seed was planted, and that seed grew into what would save the ailing show and bring it back to the show's full glory. He also put together the Australian Flag Ride, which he was lucky enough to co-produce with his daughter Shannon. These shows were also seen in Grafton and Lismore. And no matter what it was, whether it was the McLean Show, Camp Draft, Rodeo, or the ABCRA, Greenie always gave it his all. The hard work, dedication and love that he put into all the events illustrated how much he really cared for him and his community. He had such a passion for these sports awards. I remember he would always send me a text asking when we were going to the Bunnies game, and I guess that's one thing that sits in my mind was that we unfortunately never got to do that, but he appreciated everyone's commitment and hard work and the sportsmanship, which was always incredible. He had a larger-than-life character, I'll tell you that, and was respected and loved by his family, friends and community. He truly lived a full and eventful life. He worked hard and played just as hard. Let's remember him in peace. And for Colin Marsh, he was a life member of the McLean Show Society, a stalwart of its committee, having become a committee man in 1975, and he believed in the role of agriculture in the community and loved being part of the team. He was a gentleman, he was quietly spoken, he was hardworking and had a wicked sense of humour. He was the right bloke for the right job, and the right tool for every single occasion was in the back of his ute. Marshy was full of knowledge when it came to his beloved McLean Showgrounds, and like a footballer playing on his home ground, if it was an event coming up, you would always find him at the showgrounds, either fixing something or supervising working bees. He was particularly well known for getting the trotting track to tip-top shape for the McLean Show, and he would always take it upon himself to ensure the fence lines in the yards were clean and the grass was cut right underneath. Cole's legacy will continue to loom large across the Show Society, Camp Draft, Dog Trials, Rodeo and Sports Council. He was the one to get things done and to guide others in making sure all the necessary jobs were covered to guarantee a successful result. The winner was close mates to both of these men, and the winner goes to Robbie Sutherland. Can I please get you to come up to the stage? Thank you.
Come up, Jacko.
Hello.
Come on, girls.
Congratulations, Rob. Rob with Bruce and Cole were a team at the showground that got everything ready for everything that ever happened there. And there was a lot of stories, and I think we should talk about them after over in the rink, because that's what they would like to do. I'd like to congratulate Rob. he was the third part, one of these party that was always there doing things, and it thoroughly deserved this award, and it's been an honour to have known Rob and Bruce and Cole over the years. Congratulations.
I'll take that for you.
What an honour. What two great people they were. Douglas Colin Marsh, Edward Bruce Green, better known as Greenie and Marshy. Could not be greater mates than they were with me on committee. I was on committee with Colin for 45 years, and as late as yesterday afternoon, we had an email to the Show Society about some bullshit that they couldn't accept the plan that we've been working on for 5 years on a set of new stables. I went through my phone and I almost dialed Cole, because for 45 years, anything like that, Cole would be the first person I would talk to. And talking about Bruce, if he had got the same information that we got yesterday, it would have been pretty colourful, his reply. And as I say, 45 years with Colin and about 38 with Bruce. And before those two, we lost 3 or 4 other committeemen. It's left an amazing hole in the events at the Maclean Showground, which I am heavily involved with and live for. As some people say, it's my second home. 3 years ago, getting ready for the show, my wife said to me, you might as well take the caravan in and stay there. I'd been there for a month at Working Bees with Colin and Bruce. These people was so committed to committee, it was unbelievable. Whether it be a working bee or a meeting or whatever, they would be both there and there with strength. Other things I did with Bruce, one real memorable occasion was at the Sydney Royal Show about 25 years ago. I was standing with Bruce in the grandstand and my daughter was riding in the Heath Harris Creek riding team, and they did a round at a hippodrome, which is standing on horseback of the arena, a packed arena at Sydney Show before the rodeo. When it finished, Bruce looked at me and he said that brought a tear to my eye, which it did mine as well. But I could stand here for an hour and talk about Bruce and Colin. As I said, Colin has been a very dear friend of mine for 45 years since I became a Show Society member. And if there was a problem, you only had to look sideways and Cole would be there and he was full of support for whatever decision was made. Very seldom did he get upset. One special night at the Maclean Show, we had a big problem with the trotting fraternity. It was all hell broke loose. The steward refused to steward the last 2 races at the show because it was that rough. And we were in the steward's tent with Colin, and one of the trotting drivers said that I was only a mate of the other side of the trotting fraternity, and didn't Colin let go. That was probably one of the only times that I ever seen Colin really stirred up. And what a great honour it is for me to get this award, the first award, and I would just like to say thanks to the Support Council Committee and everybody involved, Shopping World and everyone involved in these things, and thank you very much.
Congratulations, well deserved, Robbie, and just a special mention to Judy, who is also in the room tonight as well. Unfortunately, there are a few tributes that we would just like to quickly note from the Clarence Valley sporting community. Since our last awards, it has been a little while. We'll just take a second to pay tribute. Roma Brotherson was a lifetime servant to basketball in Grafton, and the inaugural Max Godby Award recipient in 2014. We also had Bruce Leonard, and he was another lifelong stalwart of the Grafton Basketball Association. I still remember, Bruce, when I used to rock up and play some casual basketball, which I'm sure most of the room would have as well. Even the traffic light parties. Is anybody old enough to remember the traffic light parties in here? He was always there. Great man. Dick Richards, the fishing columnist for the Daily Telegraph for almost 40 years. See him there. Fantastic to see. And just, I guess, a horrible time for everybody to maybe remember, but also commemorate in the legacy again, like I mentioned earlier. Daryl Albert Gleeson, an avid Grafton Ghost supporter and the Daily Examiner columnist for the Daily Telegraph. And finally, 16-year-old Grafton netballer Olivia Rogers. Just a tribute for all of them, and just a moment to take in, I guess, how lucky we are to be continuing with our lives, and I guess we can celebrate the rest of this evening and make sure that we live our life to the fullest whilst we are still here and able to do so. Now, throughout the night, there are senior and junior sportsmen and women who have been nominated, and we know that the main gong is the Grafton Shopping World Sportsperson of the Year, and we will just mention that there are 3 nominees, and I'll get them to come up. We'd just like to give them a mention and an award because everybody will get a medal for the Sportsperson of the Year. It's the Clarence Valley Senior Sportsperson and proudly supported by Grafton Shopping World, like I mentioned. And if you haven't noticed that each month there is that Sportsperson of the Month in Grafton Shopping World, make sure you check it out, the Wall of Fame. It all builds up to tonight, and while the nominees and winners of most award categories will be presented all at once, this one we like to build a little bit of hype to. So, as I mentioned, you'll get a silver medal, a certificate, and a $50 voucher, courtesy of Grafton Shopping World. And the winner receives a gold medal, a perpetual trophy, a $250 sports power voucher, and dinner here at the Yamba Bowlo. All category nominees tonight, please come up when I do read your name out, and you'll receive a medal. So, to present the awards for our first 3 nominees, can I please invite Sports Awards Committee member Tracy Moran up? And this year is replaced by Bruce Green as one of the Lower Clarence Sports Council representatives on the Sports Awards Committee. Was instrumental in organising the previous award on behalf of the McLean Show Society. So, is Brett Ellum here to come up for Camp Draft? Please give him a round of applause. Brett actually won the inaugural Bruce Green Memorial Award for the Open Camp Draft at McLean recently. Bruce Baxter from Cricket. Please give him a round of applause. Now, Bruce has other commitments, and he's actually not here tonight, but he sends his apologies. He was at the Regional Bash T20 Finals at the SCG, the Sydney Cricket Ground, for a 5th year in a row. And the appointment's a recognition that Bruce is one of the best umpires in New South Wales country. And for cycling, we have Laura Lee Moss. Is she in here tonight? No. Laura Lee, she's competing for the Coffs Harbour Cycle Club, a South Grafton-based cyclist. She won 2 gold medals at the National Masters Road Cycling Championships in the Women's Masters 3 division for criterium and road race. Now, a bronze in the individual time trial. Now, she's already the most prolific award winner at these sports awards. She's won the Senior Sportsperson of the Year in 2016, and she also won the Masters Sports Award the year after and in 2020. But this year rated amongst her best, I should say, in 2021. She knocked off 2004 Olympic gold medalist, road cycling champion Sarah Carrigan on the way to winning gold. So, yeah, there she is, here in spirit, that's for sure. And they are the first 3. So I'll get Brett, come over here for a quick Q&A, please. Yeah. And just quickly, if there is a representative for Bruce or for Laura Lee in here, please come up and take their award. Don't spend it, but got a little bit there. Brett, so camp draft, it's not a mainstream sport, but gosh, it's pretty popular in the Clarence Valley. How has it been? I guess 2021 was a pretty good year for you.
Oh yeah, it was really good. COVID had its challenges, but yeah, we managed to get a few through, which was awesome. And it's really good to see camp drafting recognised in the Clarence Valley as a sport. It's growing rapidly. So yeah, the best thing about it is each and every person can come and have a crack, and there's all different categories for everybody to come and have a go. And it's a family sport, and it's really good to be involved in.
So if they don't have a horse, are you going to supply the horse?
Oh, we can always work something out.
Well, just lastly before I let you leave, what's been a highlight for you?
Oh, the highlight for me was definitely the Bruce Green Memorial draft. Yeah, it meant a lot to me. It's an honour to win that for the very first time, and hopefully I can keep it up and do it a few more times.
Absolutely, I like the attitude. Please give everybody a round of applause for Brett Ellum. Thank you. So there's the first of three, and now it's time for the Athlete's Foot Coach of the Year. So the winner of the Athlete's Foot prize pack, valued a perpetual trophy, and also a $100 plus a Bowlo Sport and Leisure dinner voucher. That is a mouthful. So the Athlete's Foot were unable to be here tonight, but Tim Ryan is in charge from the committee to present this award. Tim's done an amazing job liaising everything, and we've got a few nominees. So I'm pretty sure, can I get a nod? Did John Ellisai end up coming from the airport? No, his son broke his collarbone, but
Playing footy this morning.
playing football in Camden this morning, I'm told. John from the Clarence Coast Magpies Junior Rugby League. He is the seniors president. He's part of the juniors committee member. He also coaches under 15s, seniors, and this year turned a bunch of fresh-faced netballers into a fantastic girls league tag team. In 2020, his junior side won the Group 1 under 14s and were well positioned to defend their title before COVID unfortunately ended the season. 3 of his players have been selected in the 2022 Northern Rivers Titans under 16s. His attention to detail includes, as a coach, off-season strength and conditioning schedule. He's highly respected within the club and also a first aid officer on game day, referees mini games, and fills in to coach other teams. Not much he doesn't tick off the list. Rodney McSkimming from the Yamba Surf Lifesaving Club. Please come up if you're here. Rod has competed and placed at state, national and world championships as a coach and sweep for surf boats. Unfortunately, due to COVID, there were no events in 2021, but he was nominated for this award because he always puts in 100%. And lastly, Rhys Cropper from the Grafton Ghost Junior Rugby League. He was last season coaching the Grafton Ghosts under 16s, ran water for under 14s, filled in for coaching in the under 10s, ran training sessions for all grades, and was had coached the under 16s since under 10s, winning titles in under 12s and under 13s. So after a year off in 2020, he returned when they were struggling for numbers in 2021 and ended up with 26 players. In the upcoming season, Henley will coach the under-18s for the Ghosts, who didn't field a team in 21, but already has as many as 36 interested players on his books, and also coached the Group 1 Titans under 15s in 2021. Wow, also giving so much back to the community. Last time I saw you, I reckon you're like this big. Just a quick Q&A. How's it been giving back to the community? Why do you feel like you want to be so involved with the Ghosts still?
I don't know, just guess I grew up there playing footy, and my brothers are playing, and they were short of coach, and I put my hand up to coach, and I went to leave and couldn't leave. Just loved all the boys, loved the little brothers, and got stuck with them, I guess.
Do you feel like when you're coaching, you're giving back? Is there a sense of achievement as well?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I love giving back. But at the end of the day, winning and losing is not important to me. It's just about developing players and just having fun.
Yeah, awesome. Great to see you. Congratulations. Had to collect. Ray is coming up. Thank you, Ray. Now, I think you've all got your bank thumbs up. Are they not bad? Yeah, good. Yes, Ray? Oh, Ray, you're getting thrown on the bus here. A few words, please, for John. I can hold this if you want.
You can. I've got not much more to say, but John's also part of the steering committee for the New South Wales Rugby League for this area as well, which he's taken on. I don't think Bell knows yet, but he has taken that on. So he is an asset to our, and with this, it's going to be really good for our club because now he's going to have more motivation. I reckon we get a few more years out of him. So, thank you.
Well said. Thank you, Ray. Congratulations. All right, we'll take a quick break if you want to grab some drinks. Remember, there's raffle tickets being sold. COVID safe, and give us a couple of minutes and we'll be back. Thank you. He will present this award tonight, and he can also give some insight into his new business, because there may be some people who are interested in his services. But the winner of this award will get a perpetual trophy, video commercial shoot, and website advertising package at the value of $1,000. So not bad if you're a club who might need a few more people to sign up. But some of the nominees tonight is the Big River Sailing Club. Now, an upsurge in interest saw healthy numbers participate across all ages, genders and class of boat in 2020-2021. The monohull division was particularly well represented, with 28 different boats entered over the 7-month-long series. Harriet, Woodrow and Emma Robertson took out the senior and junior monohull club championships. And then we had Denise, who was awarded the Club Person of the Year. Now, the Gdsc East Cricket Club is the next nominee. And if you do hear your club and you are a member of that club, I'd ask you to please come up and stand on the stage. So the Clarence River Cricket Association Club Championship, East won that for the first time. And they're the perennial strugglers for many years after 2012, which was their successful season. They had the strongest numbers in both juniors and seniors, with 5 junior teams and 4 senior teams, led by devoted volunteers, including Senior President Brett Loveday and the likes of Adam Brown and Brendan Palmer, who virtually single-handedly kept Clarence River Junior Cricket Association on its feet. Now, the big on-field success came in under-12s, where the club's 2 sides finished first and second. The next one is the Netball, the Grafton Netball Association. They've got strong, hard-working executive team which actively promotes healthy lifestyles, positive behaviour for the kids programs, and provides an inclusive environment for all abilities, including an all-abilities team in its competition. Grafton Netball hosts winter and summer competitions. They have around 400 members and play a range from 5 to over 60. Now, they field teams in the state championships in every age group from 12s to opens, and they also participate in the Far North Coast Regional League. They're proudly sponsored by Headspace, which is the National Youth Mental Health Foundation, which is also great to see. The next nominee is the Grafton Rowing Club. The club's major achievement in 2021 was receiving a $1.8 million grant to revamp and renovate the existing rowing facility located at Memorial Park. The redevelopment will allow greater access and usability for a range of other Clarence community spots. The club was initiated to has initiated a Learn to Row program, which includes high school rowing, and its healthy community sporting activity open to the Clarence and wider community. And there's 2 left. Second last, McLean Mantra Rays. Gosh, I am getting a tongue twist today. McLean Manta Rays Swimming Club. In the space of 1 season, the club has grown from 35 to over 120 members. They've got strong, passionate new committee looking, hello, how are you? Long time no see. To enhance kids with their essential skill and sport in a fun and safe environment, and help those who wish to swim competitively. The new committee's mission is to create a legacy for its community, and is actively pursuing grant opportunities to support acquisition of various items, including lockers, a digital timing system and scoreboard, partial permanent shade cover and solar capability to extend the season. And last but not least, the Yamba Surf Life Saving Club. The club was named Far North Coast Branch Club of the Year. They also had club member Jill and Eva named Far North Coast Branch Training Officer of the Year, and Kalani Ives the Far North Coast Branch Youth Athlete of the Year. Plenty of individual accolades in that club as well. So, for the winner of the Clarence Media Club of the Year, I will get Bill North to announce the winner.
All right, yeah, thanks, Katie. As she alluded to, the winning club will win a video commercial shoot and advertising package with Clarence Media to the value of $1,000. I actually left the Daily Examiner in August last year after leading the transition to digital, which everybody in the Clarence Valley obviously appreciated so much. There was still a couple of people left from the Daily Examiner still there, but I'll put it on the record now, there's not one single person that was working at the Daily Examiner when we ceased printing, still working for the Daily Examiner, which is sad. So, to fill a void was one of the major reasons that we, Emma Ochola and I started Clarence Media. basically to fulfil the glaring gaps that have been left by no longer having a 6-day-a-week daily newspaper. And many people would have seen last year that we covered the council elections for that very reason, because, you know, and the feedback after the election was a lot of people didn't know the names on the ballot paper because they used to find it out in their daily paper. So we reached out to an audience. Those that were on Facebook were able, and websites were able to see that you know, video interviews with every candidate. You know, all 16 of them, 14 of them came to a Q&A live stream. It was live streamed like this one, just as rushed at the last minute, but probably, yeah, I think from all reports, it was from those involved, it was very successful. Only 2 of the council candidates couldn't make it, and one of those, our new mayor, Ian Tiley, has you know, even acknowledged to me that he was impressed with what we did. So, you know, tonight is our second go at it, I suppose, and something we're looking to plan to do in the future is to host events and live stream events, sporting events in particular. And obviously I've been involved in the sports awards for many years, and helping to organise them. It's something that we're hoping that we can sort of turn into a more professional venture, as well as our website, clarencemedia.com.au, to provide regular news as well. And also, yeah, basically, you know, our mission is to provide high quality media production solutions for regional businesses, sporting organisations and business and community groups. So that means, you know, we can also do video advertising and help promote your organisation, as we will for the winning club of the year, which is the Maclean Manta Ray Swimming Club. For you here.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, it's amazing.
No worries, there's details there on how to get in touch with us.
Awesome. It's
Do you want me to
fantastic.
hold that?
Hello everyone, wow, wait, go team! Now I think this is a really good sign of our committee. Our beautiful secretary, Tanil Wiblin, prepared a speech for our president. But he's had a huge day, so I'm the treasurer and I'm up here speaking. My name's Louise and I'm going to change my glasses. So it is a privilege to be part of such a great platform for community sport, even more so to be part of such an amazing club. We are honoured that we've been recognised as a club regardless of placement, so Tanil, congratulations everyone, we've won. What we as a club have accomplished together in such a short time as a whole new committee is inspiring and encouraging. And personally, I'd just like to say I've been involved in lots of committees over my lifetime, and I have never enjoyed this one as much. And every single committee member carries above, you know, it's like everyone's above exceptional in the role they play, and I think that's what's helped us achieve so much in a short time. And so we're really excited about our future. We have exceptional swimmers. Ruth Everest, who's an amazing coach and at our table. She's been with some of our swimmers today in Lismore, and I think a great example is one young swimmer, Hayden White, who's just recovered from a broken arm. I think he's just had his cast off. He swum today in Lismore and he won, which is nobody expected. So I think that's a great example of the spirit. We have experienced and accomplished coaches, a committee that is full of strengths to enhance our sport, the facilities, community and club as a whole working together tirelessly, seamlessly and selflessly. Manta Rays have more than doubled registrations, participation and its sense of community in the past 12 months, and we are excited to keep growing and making it the best we can for the children and families into the future, and to hopefully grow into a competitive force within the swimming community. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of Clarence Valley Sports Awards and to show off our club. Thank you. Thank you.
A very, very proud club, and rightly so. You did mention the Olympian Now Ruth Everest is actually going to come on stage for a quick Q&A. Ruth, please, round of applause for our Olympian in the building. Just, excuse me, Bruce, does she use that one? Can she use that one? Can you ask them if she can use this one? How are you? Lovely to meet you.
You do.
Just a couple of questions. I think. Can you? Okay.
Oh, I don't want to stand in front of the mirror.
Yeah, if you can stand in front of here, you're all right. You're safe. You're safe with me. No hard questions.
Okay.
I think for everybody in the room, they say Olympian. We have an Olympian in the room. Ruth, tell us about your Olympic experience and I guess what you can give back to the club now.
Well, actually, when I started at Bankstown Pool, I used to go up and do, bombs off the diving board, excuse me. And then, luckily for me, Don Talbot was the local coach, so he took me on board, and so I went there and started training with him, and I was only about 15, and the hard work that we had to do with him got me into the Olympic team. Actually, they were only going to select 6 swimmers, but they took 7, and because I was so young, they let me be on the team. Anyhow, I ended up in Rome at the Olympics, and my roommates were Dawn Fraser and Lorraine Kraft. So I was only 15 years old, so that all started like that, and then carried on for another 2 years and competed then for Australia for the Commonwealth Games in Perth. And after that, when I came back, Don Talbot, my coach, said to me, "What do you want to be?" I said, "I want to be a phys ed teacher," but he said, "Okay, no, over there," put me into the pool and started teaching me to be a coach. So I coached there for about 18 months, and then after that I went overseas for 4 years with Ilsa Conrads and Linda McGill, and at the time Dawn Fraser and all of them got banned from swimming. So Linda said, "No, I'm going to swim the English Channel," so did a little bit of that with her. Stayed overseas for 4 years, ended up in South Africa where I started coaching swimming, and then when I came back to Sydney, Don Talbot took me back on board again, coached with him, understudy for him for 6 years, and then he left to go over to Canada, so I took over the coaching at the Auburn Swimming Centre. I coached there for 30 years and honouring my retirement 20 years ago. 30 years ago, forget now, I'm 78 this year, so anyway, they, when I retired from the Auburn Swimming Centre, they renamed the centre after me. Then I moved up here to the Clarence Valley and went along to the McLean Pool just for a swim, and the former people said, "Oh, come and coach for us." I said, "No, I couldn't even coach a fish to swim at the moment." So then, but after I said, "No, I'll do learn to swim." So did that, then we started. Next thing, the squads have built up and everything, so now I'm putting in, stuff that I've learned for years and years and years, but luckily got great management with Michelle. The pool is going really well, and as Louise said, the swimming here is really great, and today I've been coaching this morning, I've been up to Lismore today. We had so many winners there today, it was unreal, and then come back here for tonight. So I can't believe that all this has happened, and I'm up here. I love the Clarence Valley. Very, very happy. I've got a beautiful home in Ashby. I've got koalas, wallabies, blah, blah, blah. But I really enjoy swimming, and so that's about it. So thank you.
You can't leave and skim over. You can't skim over the Olympic experience. This is incredible. Was it almost a bit of an experience like Molly O'Callaghan, where we saw Molly swim the heats in the relay and then not be able to swim the final? Was your situation a little similar?
Yes, that's right. I swam the heats of the relays. I was only 15 years old, and I don't know who I swam for, but the whole experience was fantastic, and I still have great memories. And I've done quite a bit of public speaking, but I haven't done it for a few years. But things that I remember, nothing to do with swimming, but in those days they had little men going around the Olympic Village on little Vespa motorbikes, and one day this guy said, "Oh, hop on the back of the Vespa." So hopped on, and he took me out of the Olympic Village out to the Coliseum, and next thing he's coming up and said, "Oh, look." I said, "No, take me back, Villaggio Olimpico, Prego, you know." So went back there, but I had great experience, and like Dawn Fraser, and she's still a great friend of mine, and when COVID all came in, like she's the type of person, she rang up and said, "Are you all right, you know?" Anyway, so now I've had great experiences, and I could write a whole book about everything, but you know, people say, "Oh, write a book." No, just whatever happened then in those days has carried on in my life, but swimming has been a great, it's just part of my life, that's for sure, but I'm really grateful now that I can contribute back to the community, and today, like, we smashed them up in where did I go? Lismore. Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's all, I'm going to sing a song now.
No. Do you have any advice? For any upcoming athletes?
Oh, well, just work hard. My coach, Don Talbot, he was everything to me. And no, the thing is, if you've got a love for something, it's hard work, that's for sure. But the other day, yesterday, I had my neighbours come and renovate my kitchen a bit, and I forget what he said to me. I forget. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That's the advice. Work hard.
Yeah, work hard. Okay.
I like it. Nice and simple. Please give a round of applause as she walks to her seat. Ruth Everest. Talk about being humble, and I feel like you and I might need to, I'm sure plenty of people want to have a chat to you about some of the stories from Rome. It sounds very exciting. But any athletes, perfect. I'm sure athletes, you know, if you've got the opportunity to speak to Ruth before she does leave tonight, there would be definitely some good, strong advice that I'm sure you could get, and some wise words off her. So very cool that we can have her share the Clarence Valley Sports Awards with us tonight. Now it is time for the Anytime Fitness Junior Team of the Year. For that, Lucy Ryder and Sarah Langford from Anytime Fitness are coming up to hand out those awards. So they'll come up here, just over here, ladies, to the left, and I'll get you on stage soon. But they're one of the new sponsors who have come on board, Anytime Fitness, which has been so great considering what we've been through the last couple of years, supporting junior and senior teams, and previously they did have the Team of the Year award. For the first time, it's been split into two categories, so this is something that the committee is really proud about. Each member of the Junior Team of the Year will receive a drink bottle and towel. So when I do read out the teams, if there is a representative from those teams, please come up onto stage. The first one is the Grafton Ghosts Under-15s Rugby League. Now, they were one of 3 Grafton Ghosts junior teams to win their respective minor premiership in Group 1 Rugby League, along with the Under-14s and the Girls League tag, while Under-16s and Under-10s finished second. The Under-15s went through the season undefeated, with an incredible for and against of 392 points and just 76 against. Now, the other one is Grafton Ghosts Under-16 Rugby League team. The side has been together under coach Rhys Hambley since the Under-10s. He's back up on deck. Yeah, he's making his way up. Winning titles in Under-12s and Under-13s, including the Wiley Cup in the Under-12s, the best performed team of any age group in Group 1. The side was second spot before COVID unfortunately ended the season. The Grafton High Open Schoolgirls Rowing Team, the crew of Nadia Smith, McKenna Waring, Sophie Hinterhozel and Letitia Black and Bella Mitchell enjoyed an incredible 2021, which included winning the New South Wales CHS Women's Under-16 Quad Scull title. While Nadia and McKenna also won the Queensland Under-16 title with 2 Brisbane-based rowers. Nadia and McKenna won the double sculls at both meets, plus the New South Wales Rowing Championships, and Nadia won the Queensland and New South Wales CHS Single Sculls title. I feel like you're really close, and I don't want you to see my notes. There could be something to give away here. The Grafton Under-18 Girls Hockey. Grafton scored 11 goals and conceded 2 to win all 4 games to top Pool B beat Far North Coast 1-0 in the semi-final and drew 1-1 with Sydney East to be crowned New South Wales Division 2 champions. The Grafton under-15 girls hot champs in chilly conditions in Lithgow. Grafton topped their pool. They won their semi-final 2-0 before meeting undefeated North Sydney in the grand final. Fighting hard in the final whistle, they did go down 2-1. But for the tournament, they had Maya Adamson, Alice Hughes, Eliza Berwick and Caitlin Amos, who were selected in the New South Wales under-16 state squad, while Martina Williams was selected in the under-18s. And then in the under-13s, they also runners-up in Division 1 as the tournament hosts. And lastly, the Grafton under-13 boys hockey side. Now, they finished top of their pool in the New South Wales Division 2 champs. They defeated Newcastle 5-0 in the quarterfinal. They drew 1-1 with Southern Highlands in their semi, and they made it through to the grand final as the higher-ranked team. They drew 0-0 in the grand final to share the title with Port Macquarie. I'll get you to read out the winner. Who wants to read out the winner?
You want to just give the certificate to?
Yeah. Congratulations. The winner is Grafton High School Open Girls Rowing. So the prizes are 3-month memberships to Anytime Fitness valued at over $400. Congratulations, girls. Anything you want to say anything? Would you like to say anything? Thank you.
Yeah, just thanks for contributing. It makes it a lot more fun and it's a great thing to get involved in. You should all start rowing.
Well done, ladies. That's exciting. We've got some rowers coming through, hopefully all eyeing off the Olympics. Next up, the Anytime Fitness Senior Team of the Year. So this is offering a 3-month membership for every team member, which is huge. And we're so excited to have you on board Anytime Fitness. So really, really appreciate that. Yeah, really, really cool. All right, the nominees. Coots Crossing 3rd grade cricket. Clarence River Cricket returned to all 3 grades for the first time in 4 years and creating a fresh, fun-filled family vibe in 3rd grade with most teams comprising of, there was plenty of father-son combinations, I'm told. So they fielded even a father-daughter combination with Lance and Caitlin Chevalier, a grandfather, son and father combination in Mel, Tim and Harry. And then we also, the ages range from 9 through to 74. So that is quite the age gap, but I love it. There seems to be some fun and some words of wisdom that would have gone through in that team. Now, Coots defeated Brothers in the grand final. They chased down 144 with Lance Chevalier, who averaged 322 for the season. I have a feeling maybe he needed to go up a grade, scoring 40.
No, he's too old.
Scoring 40 and captain Scott Chard 35. Next up was the Coots Crossing Croquet. Peter Deeth and Wayne Gatke teamed up to win the New South Wales Ricochet title, Coots Crossing Croquet's club's first ever state champions. And the Grafton Open's men's hockey side. Grafton achieved their best result in the New South Wales Men's Hockey Championship since 2013, so they finished 5th in Div 1, brushing aside North West Sydney 6-1 in the playoff for 5th spot. Brendan Purser captained the side, fielding 52-year-old legend Robbie Green, who was part of Grafton's 2009 triumph. And it was the Grafton's youngest ever side, evidenced by the fact 6 players were selected in the New South Wales under-21s team. So Nathan Sinner, Rhys Cropper, Tyler Gaddies, Jake Lambeth, Zach Young and Brad Smith, while 19-year-old Eli Fay was Grafton's leading goal scorer with 4 for the tournament, which is really, really great. We've got Lawrence first grade cricket. They won their first ever first grade title in the 2020-2021 season. They were propelled by all-star cast, former Clarence River and North Coast Premier League's regulars. There were childhood mates among them, Nathan Ensby, Doug Harris, Ben Hill, Luke Nanny, Ben Shaw and Andrew Davison converged for a reunion of sorts, joining existing players Nathan Anderson and Jared Ensby, Simon Harrison and Luke Maloney. They put together a lineup that would not have looked out of place in a Premier League comp. Pardon me? Oh, sorry. Lawrence proceeded to go through the competition undefeated and was crowned champions after the final series was washed out. The team also reached the CRCA T20 Night Cricket Grand Final. Takavia Coppenhurst Premier League Cricket, now they ended a frustrating run of outs by winning the Clarence River Cricket Association Premier League title. Since their last title, it was back in 2012-2013, so that was a drought broken. They'd finished runner-up 6 of the past 7 seasons. Bob McKenzie, who was captain in the 2012-13, he turned back the clock with 61 not out in the semi-final and guided his side to a 6-wicket victory with 53 runs in the big dance against Brothers, and the win was set up by opening bowler Brad Chard, who took 5 for 38 off 16.1 overs as Takavia restricted Brothers to a mediocre title of just over 100 on 102. The Yamba men's bowls Grade 3 Pennants. Now, they were crowned Zone 1 champions in 21, but missed out on vying for a state title after the finals in September were cancelled due to COVID. Their plus 84 differential was the best across all 6 grades in the Zone 1 finals. And last but not least, the Yamba women's soccer side. They were the newly formed Yamba Breakers women's side. They finished the regular season of the North Coast Football's women's 2nd division as undefeated with 8 wins and 4 draws, 26 goals for 4 and against. An unbelievable effort for a side in its first year of the competition. So, with that being said, we've still got our Anytime Fitness. Oh yes, there we are, perfect. All right, Lucy, do you want to read out the winner for the Senior Sports Team of the Year?
Congratulations, the winning team is Yamba Women's Soccer. Wow, thank you so much. We've had a really fun year. We'd really like to thank our major sponsor, the Yamba Bowling Club. Not only are they doing a really good job tonight, but they've sponsored our club, made it possible for us to attract players that may not be able to pay registration fees. So that is a beautiful thing they've done for the community. And big thank you to Yamba Physio for sponsoring our women's team, keeping us injury free. That was really good of them. Thank you, guys.
Do you want to take that? And ladies, do you want to take that one? I just got wind that you didn't even have a coach. No coach. No coach, no worries. There you go. You just need a good team of athletes. Fair income. Well done. Round of applause for the ladies. Like I said, you just need a good support network and you can really do anything. Before we do have a quick break, I think you're already getting your desserts. We'll go through another 3 of the Sportsperson of the Year nominees. Now, Lynn Rudder will present these medals. I'll get Lynn to come up the front. And the next 3 nominees is Harriet Woodrow for sailing. So she is the current Big River Sailing Senior Champion and also the original secretary of the Clarence Valley Sports Awards. It was Lynn who replaced Harriet as she stepped down. She rarely got to come to the opportunity because of all the competitions that were on. Big River Sailing Club's regatta was generally on at this time in November, but now you get to sit back and sort of enjoy the ride. It's great to have you here. And whilst you come up to stage, I'll ask you a quick Q&A.
Hello, thank you.
You'd love nothing more, would you, Harriet? Harriet, how long have you been sailing for and why do you love it so much?
I started dinghy sailing when my daughter started sailing in the year 2000. Previously to that, I'd done a little bit of ocean cruising, but never done any competitive dinghy sailing. Yeah, so it's a later in life, slightly later in life. Yeah.
Is there adrenaline pumping, like when you're going out in the waves? It's so unpredictable.
Today it was honking 20 plus knots. Yes. And there was a lot of swimming going on.
For anybody who hasn't tried sailing, what would you say to them?
Oh, give it a go. Yeah. Dinghy sailing, a lot of people think, oh, you know, sit back on the deck of a yacht and sip champagne. Dinghy sailing is nothing like that. If you ever watch any of the Olympic sailing or the 16 or the 18-foot skiffs on Sydney Harbour, that's the sort of pathway to that kind of thing. Yeah, it's exhilarating, it's energetic, it's athletic, and it's a bit like probably surfing and kiteboarding, all those sort of things. You're really in touch with the elements that change all the time, so it's unpredictable. No 2 days sailing are ever the same. So, yeah, it's really exciting.
And definitely keeping you fit. Harriet, looking great. I love it. Harriet Woodrow there. Next up, we have Jake Cronin for cricket. If Jake is here, please. Oh, no, he's not here. But if there is somebody who could come up and collect his medal, that would be fantastic. He captained the Clarence River representative team to the North Coast Premier League one-day title in their first attempt, actually, at that competition, and also to the minor premiers and runners-up brothers. He was also the competition's leading run scorer with 376 runs, averaging just under a half a tonne with 47. And our third athlete is Mitch Christensen, and I know Mitch is here. I've seen him already today. Now on April 18, he set a new Ocean record of 25.75 seconds in the men's 200 metre T37 classification. That in itself deserves a round of applause because he's definitely looking at the next Olympic Games. Now Mitch's classification wasn't actually included in the Tokyo Olympics, but he has his sights set on 2022 Com Games in Birmingham. The para-athlete, you've got a pretty busy 2021 and now you've got a few more events. You've been speaking to me this afternoon and you mentioned you currently sit 10th. You need to get into the A. How far are you off that time?
About 0.3
Okay.
second, so it's close.
And you're trying not to catch COVID whilst you try and qualify for these. But for the Paralympics in Birmingham, the Com Games, I should say, what happens with the classification? Because you were explaining to me it might be a little unfair.
Yeah, it is. So it goes like on the world record from, like, say, Evan Henley, who has like the record. So I need to beat him by like running about 9 seconds or like 10 seconds. So, and he runs like 12 flat.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
I feel like you're already cutting down your times extremely well, which is great to see. So basically in the Commonwealth Games, they combine two of the classifications, but at the Olympic Games, they keep the classifications separate. So we need to keep our eyes peeled for the Commonwealth Games and then 2024. But you're feeling fit and firing and ready to go, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully knock off 0.5 again this year.
I have no doubt you will. Congratulations on your nomination, and we will just take a short refreshment break, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, and more awards coming up. Thank you.
So one more question from the inaugural year of the Clarence Valley Sports Awards. Who was our Clarence Valley Senior Sportsperson of the Year winner in 2014? Was it heads, Michael Russ, tails, Laurelie Moss? All right, managed to get a view of that one. No, it's heads is correct. Michael Russ. All right. We'll just change the theme up a little bit here. In the past 24 hours, Justin Langer's role as Australian cricket coach ended effective immediately. Was this because heads, he was sacked, tails, he resigned? And if you know the answer, just shh. Everybody knows that one. Big news. Stay standing. In the recent men's Ashes series against England, who was Australia's leading run scorer with 357 runs? Was it heads, Marnus Labuschagne, or tails, Travis Head? All right, everyone with your hands on your head, sit down. It was Travis Head with a breakout season. Labuschagne was only 22 runs behind on 335. Meanwhile, who was the leading wicket taker? Heads, Pat Cummins, tails, Mitch Stark. All right, people at the back seem to know their sport. Pat Cummins was the leading wicket taker, heads, with 21 wickets to Stark's 19. Still on the Ashes series, who took 5 for 42 in an innings at the Adelaide Oval? Was it heads, Scott Boland, or tails, Jai Richardson? It was tails, Jai Richardson. Now, you know, there's no tie if 8 people if you all uniquely know the answers. That's amazing. But yeah, Boland took 6 for 7 on debut at Melbourne. In 3 matches, he finished with 18 wickets at an average of 9.55. I'd retire now. All right. Maybe I need to change it up again. They know their cricket. All right. So, here we go. Which of these NFL teams did quarterback Tom Brady lead to the Super Bowl last year, defeating Kansas City Chiefs 31-9? Was it heads, the New England Patriots, or tails, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Everyone knows that Dickie knows the answer. He's got an entourage. How are we going to split you guys? He's gone. So it is tails, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Didn't catch anyone out with that one. We're getting a bit of a dead heat between 6 people. Should we separate you guys somehow? Or do you want to come up here, up on the stage? Come up on the stage. Everyone's still standing. You're going to have to look straight ahead when you answer your questions. Oh, they're not coming? All right, you want to keep going as you are? No more colluding, nobody help them. All right. They know their Super Bowl? Which of these teams will compete in tomorrow's Super Bowl? Heads, Los Angeles Rams, or tails, San Francisco 49ers? All right, I've got a couple of you. Yes, it is heads, the Los Angeles Rams. And they will play the Cincinnati Bengals in the final. Who is currently listed as the favourite on the betting market? Heads LA Rams or tails Cincinnati Bengals? It was heads, and we've still got a soccer player over there as well. 3 left. I might get you to come up now. Is that okay? Or you're going to stay there? We want to see who's... anyway. You're going to stay where you are. Righto. Can you come up just for our live stream, perhaps? Don't be shy. Well, imagine all those other people that are nominated for awards have been coming up. All right, spread out a little bit so you try not look in the corner to your eye. Try to find a tricky one here. Okay. It is no surprise that Cameron Smith has the most appearances in State of Origin. How many games has he played? Heads 40, tails 42. And we have a winner. Tails 42. Thought we'd never get there. So, do you like cricket or rugby league? Well, you knew all the cricket answers, so there you go. Cricketing Lives, a characterful history from pitch to page. Sorry, Tate, I got one more. Yeah, just get the heads and tails over and done with. Do you want one more or do one in a little bit later? Okay, all right, we'll get Katie back up. We'll do heads and tails during the break when we're selling raffle tickets or something.
That's all right. What for?
Oh, do you want to just keep going?
No, that's fine. Yeah. That's all right. No, all good. All right. He was trying to interview me about rugby league, but we need to get into some of the awards. And we start with the Grafton Shopping World Junior Male Sportsperson of the Year. So each nominee will receive a silver medal, a certificate and $50 voucher courtesy of Grafton Shopping World. And the winners of each category receive a gold medal, a trophy, $250 sports power voucher and Yamba Bowlo dinner voucher. So I would like to invite our Olympian, yeah, she's giving me the eyes, Ruth Everest, would you please come up to stage as we do bring our finalists to stage as well. We are starting with the junior males and there is just 2. So we've got Jack Leeson from swimming. Now he broke 8 Grafton High records, some of which had stood for 20 years in the 15 years boys. And the Grafton Amateur Swimming Club member won 5 gold and a silver at the New South Wales Country Swimming Championships, a state finalist in 5 events, and at the 2021 Australian Age Swim Championships. He was also a bronze medalist in the New South Wales CHS rowing, so an all-rounder for sure. And last but not least, Rhys Cropper. So for hockey, Rhys played a key role in the victorious New South Wales state win at the Australian Under-18 Boys Championships, scoring a goal in the 2-1 grand final win over Western Australia. And then in June, he was part of Grafton team at the New South Wales Open Men's Division 1 Championships, from which Rhys was selected in the 2022 New South Wales Under-21s squad. And he is not here tonight, so Ruth, I will, if there is somebody, please come up, but also we will get Ruth to announce the winner of the award. And pass this to you.
Do you have to open one of those envelopes? And the winner is Jack Leeson.
This needs to be over there too. Thank you. That one's supposed to be with you as well. And another one. And you'll say a few words. Say thank you and say a few words. Come over here. Thank you.
Finished?
I would just personally like to say a big thanks to firstly my parents who take me to everything and do everything for me, and then another big thanks to my coach Alan Patterson, part of the Grafton Swim Academy. He does everything for me over the years, and he's coached me to this level, and I wouldn't be here without him. So big thanks to Alan for this opportunity.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jack. All right, now to the female junior sportsperson of the year presented by Grafton Shopping World, and there is a few more on this list. So, Andrea Thompson, we've got for swimming. So, the 2020 Junior Female Sportsperson of the Year, Torpedo, as she's known. Yeah, I like that nickname. Has continued to blitz in the pool at the start of the year. She was a finalist.
And 40 years ago, or 50 years ago, I used to coach your father in Sydney.
There you go, Dad. There you go. Small world. I love it. Okay. At the start of the year, she was a finalist in multiple events at the New South Wales CHS Championships, then took out champion long distance overall junior female at the North Coast Short Course Championships at Lismore. She won 5 gold, 2 silver, a North Coast record in the 13 years 1500 metre free. This summer is already full steam ahead, slashing 36.91 seconds off her 1500 metre record, ranking her second in New South Wales, 13 in Australia for the 13 girls. She's already put herself in line for the 2022 awards after shaving another 3 seconds off her time at the North Coast Championships last month, and has 12 events at the country champs. That wasn't the meet today, was it, or is it next weekend?
No, it's in about 2 weeks.
In about a fortnight, right. And 8 qualifying times for the New South Wales State Championships. Next up is Ashley Ensby for hockey. Now, Ashley captained Grafton to victory at the New South Wales Under-18 Girls Division 2 titles, and the following North Coast to its first New South Wales CHS Opens title in 26 years. She was named Player of the Carnival and selected for New South Wales CHS. She represented New South Wales stateside in the National Under-18 Girls Hockey Championships, and also selected in the New South Wales Under-21 squad after playing at the New South Wales Open Championships. Emma Kerr. For basketball, AFL, athletics, netball, cricket and softball. Now in basketball, Emma represented North Coast in PWSA and North Coast Academy of Sport. She participated in the New South Wales Country Under-13 Talented Athletes program, represented New South Wales Country Under-14s and was chosen to participate in the National 3-on-3 basketball. The 12-year-old also represented North Coast at AFL and the Under-12 boys cricket, Lower Clarence Little Athletics Club in shot put, discus, triple jump and high jump at the New South Wales I've lost where I'm up to because there's just so much content, it's great. State Athletics Championships, and was selected for the North Coast PWSA in cricket, netball and softball. Unfortunately, they were all cancelled due to COVID, but Emma was awarded Lower Clarence Netball Association Junior Netball of the Year. Then we've got Hannah Tate for athletics. At 17, Hannah finished second in the women's heptathlon under-20 division at the Queensland Athletics Glynis Nunn Shield. She achieved a PB score of 4,689 points with individual PBs in 100-metre hurdles, 200-metre sprint, long jump, high jump and shot put, while winning the javelin, where she was historically achieved the most success. The result qualified Hannah for the New South Wales Athletics Australian Track and Field Champs, where she finished second with 4,672 points. She also won bronze in javelin and hurdles at the All Schools Track and Field Championships. I know you've been giving them a round of applause, so please. Kalani Eyes for Surf Life Saving. She was first in the Iron Woman, third in the board race, fourth in single ski in the 17 years female division at the New South Wales Surf Life Saving. The Iron Woman grand finalist at the Australian Surf Life Saving Championships. Second in her heat at the single ski before withdrawing, and quarter-finalist in the board race. Named Far North Coast Branch Young Athlete of the Year for 2020-2021 season. Another who was on track for an amazing year this year, and after her under-17 and open level events at the New South Wales Country Championships just a few days ago. We've also got Martina Williams for hockey. So she played a key role in the victorious New South Wales state side at the Australian Under-15 Girls Championships. She was at the tournament's equal highest goal scorer with 8 goals, including 2 in the side's 5-3 win over Western Australia Gold in the grand final. A hat-trick in the 5-0 win over Queensland Gold, and in June she was part of the Grafton side, which finished runners-up in the New South Wales Under-15 Division 1 Championships, and was subsequently selected for the Under-18 Athlete Acceleration Program squad. She was also the leading try scorer and point scorer for Grafton Ghosts in the inaugural Girls League Tag competition. Yeah, round of applause. Was it? No? Is that not right? Was that right or not right? Oh no! That's so bad! Nobody wants to be a ghostie if they're a rebel. Sorry. Take that back. Apologies. Now for Nadia Smith, I won't make that error again. For rowing, the Grafton High School student won an incredible 7 state-level gold medals in 2021. She won the Women's Under-16 Single Scull titles at the New South Wales Rowing Champs and Queensland Rowing Champs. Combining with McKenna Waring, she won both the New South Wales CHS and Queensland Under-16 double scull titles, as well as the New South Wales Rowing Champs. Nadia and McKenna were joined by Grafton High classmates Sophie and Letitia Black to win the New South Wales Under-16 quad scull title, and 2 Brisbane-based rowers for the Queensland title. And give her a round of applause because she's up here. And last but not least, Talia O'Hara for netball. So in 2021, she represented New South Wales CHS Opens champions Mid-North Coast and was named Grafton Netballer A-Grade Player of the Year. She represented Woolgoolga at the Open State titles and Grafton in the Far North Coast Regional League, from which she was selected in the Far North Coast State Cup team. In 2021, South Grafton High School captain is a role model and inspiration to her peers both on and off the court. Talia was president of the Aboriginal Student Organisation and a driving force in establishing South Grafton High's program to improve education and life skills of Aboriginal girls. With all of that being said, there's so many contenders. A round of applause for all of them. And Ruth, I'll get you to do the honours again for me.
And the winner is Emma Kerr. You take that. Well done, Emma. Goodness. And over. Fantastic. For Emma, like a special little place to keep all these. Okay, don't just make one bag. Okay, well done.
Do you want to come over here and take your bets? Shall we hold that for you?
I'd just like to say thank you to all the contestants and keep going with all your sports and keep trying. Don't give up.
Do you want to open the door? Is that right? Yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. All right. So we've got 3 more nominees for the Sportsperson of the Year. And for this, I would like Tim McMahon to present the medals. So these are the final 3 for the Senior Sportsperson of the Year. We've got Matthew Pigg for cricket. He is an apology. He couldn't come tonight after 30 years at the top of Clarence River Cricket. The ageless warrior once again won the CRCA Cricketer of the Year. He scored 249 runs, took 18 wickets with his off-spin for premiers Takabia Coppenhurst. Next up is Todd Cameron for Rugby League. He led the Grafton Ghosts to the Group 2 first grade minor premiership in his first season as captain coach. The Ghosts were also awarded the major premiership after the final series was cancelled due to COVID. Normally a hooker, Todd switched to 5'8", where he could play a more pivotal role in guiding the relatively young and inexperienced squad around the paddock. He also finished atop of the league's point scoring charts with 68 points. And Todd, I'll ask you a couple of questions. How was it to captain coach for the first year?
It was good, it was difficult. We had a lot of young fellas coming through this year, so yeah.
What about the positional change? Is that what forced you into the halves?
Yeah, I'm getting too old, so get 12 other big fellas hiding that I can hide behind, so yeah.
And what about the season coming up? Like, what are you excited for?
There's a lot of old NRL players coming back to Group 2, so it's going to be a lot tougher this year, but yeah, we've got the same crew sticking around, so I'm excited.
My eyes are just lighting up, like, which former players? Is there some good goss in this? Should I be across this?
Well, Sam Burgess back to Aurora, Inglis to back school, and Frank Winterstein to back school. We got nothing.
What about, is it Chrissy Sandow coming back too, but he's not in his casino?
I think he's gone to casino.
Yeah, okay. We need to get all that North Coast together in one group. And you can't go back to Group 1, is that correct?
Yeah, not at this stage. Okay. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Congratulations. All right, and for Scott Henley for horse racing. Just over 2 years after a life-threatening fall during a trial at the Clarence River Jockey Club, the Grafton horse trainer won the McLean Cup on the last day of the 2021 July Carnival. Now, with the help of his wife, Scott returned to training in November 2020 with just 2 horses. And in the next 5 starts, he finished second, first, second, fourth and first. The latter the biggest win of Henley's career, the 75k tab highway class 3 handicap at Randwick. Meanwhile, one of his horses, is it Demi Carney? Is it Demi Carney? Yeah. And Boyles. Finished second and fourth before switching stables. Scott, you don't get away with that a couple of questions. No one ever does. So, Scott, obviously it's a crazy sport. Like a lot of sports, you can hurt yourself, but what was the road like coming back?
It was pretty hard. I think off memory I had 6 broken ribs, punctured lung. I damaged all the nerves going down my arm. But anyway, I'm still here, I'm still living, so it's all good.
I love that attitude. But you still wanted to come back?
Oh yeah, definitely. They won't let me back on a horse yet, but that's not far away.
The fire in the belly, is that, and the passion and all of it?
Yeah, it's on the gate, pride and passion when you walk in my place.
Yeah. Love it. Simple message, but congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, to our next 3 sports nominees, give them a round of applause as they take a seat. Now, for our next award coming up, it is the Holly Butcher Memorial Volunteer of the Year Award, presented by Holly's parents, Ron and Wendy Butcher. I would love for them to please make their way to the stage and give them a round of applause. Yeah. The winner of this award will have their own trophy, and they also get a dinner voucher at the Yamba Bowlo. I'll leave Wendy and Ron to say a few words about their daughter, Holly, who certainly left a strong legacy and an incredible letter. And if you haven't read it, I suggest you Google Holly Butcher letter, and it'll make you live every day like it's your last. The nominees for this Memorial Volunteer of the Year: Adam Brown from the Clarence River Junior Cricket Association, if I can get him to please come up. He's volunteered for the association for many years. He organises all the draws, the teams, the electronic scoring, the trophies, medals at the end of season presentation, you name it, he's done it. Due to the lack of volunteers in the Junior Association, they merged with the seniors, and simply the kids could play cricket. This season, the committee is back in force with Adam in the role of treasurer, and he's also organised representative t-shirts. He's stepped up to be coach, manager, scorer of the team that didn't have a coach, and also runs the Woolworths Cricket Blast for the youngest age group. Adam does all this despite the fact that he does not have any kids and playing in that junior competition. I should say. Now, next up, Belinda Martin, the Lower Clarence Magpies Rugby League. So for Belinda, she's been involved in both junior and senior Magpies clubs in many positions, and mostly secretary for both clubs. Now, she's also been the club's Group 1 Rugby League representative over many years, travelling countless kilometres to attend meetings in Casino. She's always one of the first to arrive and last to leave on game days. As secretary, but also fulfills the roles of registrar, first aid officer, team manager, canteen volunteer, and club mother to many adult children. She's been with the senior club through some of its darkest times and has been a major part of its rebuild over the last 5 years. She's played a major role in the club at returning to a financial position through many hours of fundraising efforts, and she's been appointed manager of the Northern Rivers Titans Open Women's Representative Squad and sits on an advisory panel to further promote and develop women's participation in rugby league. Next up, Nicole Tate for Grafton Athletics Club. The club would not be here, round of applause, without Nicole. She's the most hardworking, dedicated person they know. According to the club president, Jamie Lee Reid, as a competing athlete, Nicole finished first in high jump, second in 100, 200 discus and shot put in the 40 to 49 women's category, second in the 30 plus relay at New South Wales Championships, and she's also involved in West Lawn Soccer. Ken Vaughan from the Grafton Rowing Club. Now, he was the Max Godby Award winner last year and was nominated by both Joanne Kitcher and Del Christensen. A mainstay of rowing in Grafton since joining Grafton Rowing Club in 1962. He's a long-term club captain and devoted to the club's boat repairs and fleet maintenance. He's always been generous for his time and expertise as a coach and has worked with many schools and clubs over the years. And lastly, we have Tanya Kane, Lower Clarence Netball Association. Tanya has been involved in netball for more than 35 years and she joined Lower Clarence Netball Association in 2001. Now, she received Club Person of the Year 3 times. She was awarded life membership in 2012 and is still an active committee member and umpire. Tanya is the coordinated netball at Maclean High for 10 years and coordinated the Examiner Shield. She has held many roles within the committee and is umpiring mentor. She's always gone above and beyond for the sport. Now, with that being said, I would love to get you both to just say a bit and then present the award. And Ron, I'm assuming you'll take the charge.
For once.
It's a bit harsh.
Firstly, thank you to the committee, to Bruce and Lynn and the hard-working committee for inviting us again to these sports awards. It's great. It's great to live in the Clarence Valley. Sport is fantastic in the Clarence Valley, and we're honoured to come up and present this award for all the volunteers. A little bit about Holly. She was a very good sports person. She represented the state in hockey and in squash, and unfortunately she was diagnosed with a rare cancer at 26 years of age, passed away at 27. We've just passed the 4-year anniversary of her passing, and it doesn't get any easier. Sorry. It doesn't get any easier. But as Katie, who was a good friend of Hol's, Will mentioned earlier, before she passed away, she wrote a letter to her family and friends, which we all read and just couldn't believe the words that she'd written. So it was posted on Facebook, and within about 6 months, there was something like 84 million views of that letter. We have had correspondence from around the world, from people who have read and been inspired by her letter. So, my first piece of advice, if you haven't read Holly's letter, please do so. Just Google Holly Butcher, and it's and you'll find a source for that letter. It's called Life Advice from Hol. Secondly, if you've already read the letter, read it again, because I've read it so many times and I'm still amazed by what she had to say. Wendy and I just can't believe what she'd written. One of the things that she did mention in that letter was to give, you know, to make sure that you give to other people. Well, there are a lot of people here who give a lot to their sports, and those sports can't operate unless you've got the volunteers, the people that spend hours and hours and hours. There's lots of people that have been talking about, you know, all their sports and all the time that they've put in, all the volunteers have put in, and you know, without those volunteers, those sports don't survive. You know, I mentioned there earlier of building numbers up from about 35 to 100 and something. I remember a little girl here did that with squash, you know, but you've got to have the volunteers to put in the time, and I think every volunteer is a winner. We've got 5 worthy recipients here tonight who go above and beyond, and we congratulate them and we congratulate everybody that puts into their sport without question. Thank you. And I'm going to get Wendy to call out the winner.
Okay. I'd like to congratulate Belinda Martin. Said about you. Wow. Little trolley.
Well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you. Do I have to talk? Do I have to talk? No. Yeah, I do. Do you want to talk?
Yeah, I'll start.
He can talk.
You can go.
Because I'll cry.
Right, now I've been given the task of our adorable president, Johnny Elisea, who can't be here tonight, as his young fella broke his collarbone in Sydney today, playing for the NRRL Titans. So I think he's in Grafton Hospital tonight. So just before I start, I'd like to congratulate John. He obviously won the Coach of the Year there for the Magpies at a junior level, but John is also an integral member of both our junior and senior rugby league teams. I've been around senior rugby league now for around about 20 years, and I've never seen 2 people like this, John and Belinda. This is definitely Belinda's night, but John also on the side there is an amazing human in our club as well. So I'll read out John's very eloquent words. Yeah.
To the live stream.
Bloody Tim, you hit me with this an hour ago. Thanks, Tim. You're a good mate, I tell you. Right, this is from our president, John. 5 years ago, I became involved with the Lower Clarence Magpies, and back then Belinda Martin was part of the heartbeat and spine of our club. People have come and gone, but Belinda's passion for our club and dream to see it succeed into the future has been a driving force that has driven her from within. She has never asked for the accolade she deserves. She never asked for the spotlight that she should shine under, and never asked for the recognition that comes with success. Belinda epitomises the word volunteer, as she never sought any of the aforementioned. She does it for the love of the club, the love for what she does, and for the board members, sponsors, players, both junior and senior, and supporters who dream the same dream, live for the same sport, and love the same club. Belinda will be embarrassed tonight, which I think she is, with, hang on, I'm lost, yep, for this deserved praise and recognition, because the accolades and all the recognition with the love from all the lower Magpies, both seniors and juniors. As we prepare for another season in 2022, I personally, as president of the Lower Clarence Magpies, would have no one else to stand beside me, and when we achieve what we are working towards, because with your strength and tenacity, we will be where we dream to be in good times. From a fellow board member to a true friend, congratulations, Belinda, on a well-deserved award, my friend. Johnny Elisea. Well done, Mark.
That was awesome. Come over here if you wanted to say things.
deciding times. Just a very quick thank you. I think everyone in this room is a volunteer, and they give so much to their sport. We do it because we love what we do. We do what we love, and my crew just let me do it. They don't mind my checklist. They don't mind my running around like a crazy woman on game day. I get to work with great coaches. I get to work with great people, and I've had great experiences through rugby league. I came from a soccer and AFL background. When I moved up here, I'd actually been coaching soccer for the under-12 whites, and we won that year. But I didn't know what rugby league was, and I met a guy, and he played rugby league and introduced me to the game. Our kids came along, and that's the game that they chose to play. So hence my love of rugby league began, and I'm still here. So thank you very much. Thank you to everyone involved with the Sports Awards. It's great to have all sports together, and although we're competitors on the field, we all work very hard for the sport that we love. So thank you very much. Balancing act, watch me. Drop it.
Well said, Belinda, and congratulations. All right, the Clarence Cane Growers Association Max Godby Award for contribution to sport in the Clarence Valley. So can Ross Bowlo please come up? He'll present the Max Godby Award. Now, these are fielded from the Clarence Valley Sports Council affiliated clubs, and ultimately the decision lies between 3 representatives on the Sport Awards Committee. It's created alongside the Clarence Valley Sports Awards in 2014 to honour the man who drove the Sports Awards for many decades. Now, there's been plenty of previous winners, but Ross, I'll get you to name the winner.
Hello everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to say a few quick words. I'd just like to congratulate the committee for organising another wonderful night. The room is full, so congratulations. As we mention COVID all the time, nothing's easy at the present time, so well done, and it's great to see a wonderful turnout. I'd just like to congratulate all of the winners, but also all the nominees, and certainly endorse what's been said by the previous people around volunteers. Nothing happens without volunteers. It's all a lot of stuff that's and ends up successful is starts behind the scenes. So congratulations to everyone that's involved. So just on the Clarence Cane Growers, we're very proud to hook up with this event. I think this is our 3rd year that we've been one of the sponsors, and I can certainly say that we'll be here for a long time to come. It's a wonderful concept, so thank you. So, just might mention quickly, some people would have been in the room for the first time, some people have been here since it started, so just quickly, the previous winners have been Roma Brotherson, Kerry Godwin, Terry West, Cheryl Canane, Kathy Walls, Lynn Rudder, Ken Morn, and this year is Rhonda Adamson. Sadly, Rhonda can't be here tonight, so would someone please come forward to accept her award? Done. Thank you.
No speeches.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll take that home to her.
Do you want to say a few words on her behalf? Okay.
Thank you.
We did have a few words left for Rhonda on her behalf, and she was unable to make it due to a tragedy in her family, so our thoughts go out to her and her family at this challenging time. In the meantime, the fellow DeKV Coppenhurst Club person, Enchard, just took the award on her behalf, but the mother of 4, her dedication to sport in the Clarence Valley dates back to when her 2 eldest sons were playing rugby league for the South Grafton Rebels in the 80s. And then they were all playing soccer. They got involved in administration. Rhonda really took over in that space, coaching, managing roles. She served as a Club Aid Association registrar for more than 10 years. She was made a life member of the South. Sorry, there's just a little bit tricky to read here. But she was made a club member of many clubs and the Clarence River Soccer Association before it was then changed to the North Coast Football Association. She ran the soccer canteen at Rushford Park for 30 years. Meanwhile, in the summer months, she was involved with the South Services Club alongside Bruce Baxter, and there was plenty going on there as well. It seems to me that I didn't know Rhonda Adamson, but she certainly made an impact to so many other people's lives, and I know it's been a common theme tonight, but everybody has such an impact, and whether you're a winner or you're a runner-up, you've made a positive impact, and I think that's so important, and I think that's what sport does. So it's really beautiful to see. A couple of years ago, her contribution was even featured on TV coverage of the Big Bash in a regular segment that actually gives acknowledgement to the hard work of volunteers behind the scenes. So I wish she could be here, and I'm sure we all do, and I'm sure she would too, but remembering her and I guess celebrating her, she can't be here tonight, unfortunately. Let's give her another round of applause, because I'm sure she can feel it tonight. Now, only a couple more awards to go. We do have the Tui's Lions raffle, so there's about 5 more minutes to buy any more tickets. Is that correct, gents? So you can catch any of those tickets at the back, and that's the final call out. Now, I might keep things rolling while we're going. I think everybody will agree. We don't want to stay here until midnight, so we'll keep things going. And the next one is the Loving Life FM Masters Sports Award. So this is eligible for all senior sportsperson of the year nominees who competed at Masters level this year. The winner receives a gold medal, a trophy, a $250 sports power voucher, and a Yamba Bowlo voucher here for dinner. Damo from Loving Life FM is an apology tonight, but if you've been listening to the community station, he's been doing a great job promoting the awards and especially throughout the nomination process. Bill North regularly popping in to give them a plug, as I can see, and he's planning on using some of the highlights of tonight's live stream in the coming days on air. So keep your ears peeled to Loving Life FM, and if you're in the Grafton area, stay tuned to 103.1 FM. Meanwhile, Bruce Carl, could you please do the honours? Yes, it's you. The nominees are cricket umpire Bruce Baxter, sailing champion Harriet Woodrow, and two-time winner of this, Laura Lee Moss. So, with that being said, do you want to come up here, Bruce?
Congratulations to the Loving Life FM Masters Sports Award 2021 is Bruce Baxter. Did you call him up?
Bruce. Bruce misses out. No? Yeah, all right. We're going to take 5, go to the bathroom, grab a drink, buy some tickets, and then we'll do the raffle, and we'll finish with the People's Choice and the Senior Sportsperson of the Year.
So yeah, just give everyone a few more minutes to buy some raffle tickets. Go and see Lynn Rudder up the back where you came in. And yeah, the raffle goes towards making these awards happen every year. In a moment, I will ask everyone who has won an award to come and join me over here so I can take a photo. You can put it on our website, it will be up on our award and already received it. Next batch of award winners.
Well, we'll be finished we're nearly finished. We want to be finished by... We don't need it. All right, bring your trophies over, and yeah, normally I put on 3 rolls.
And we will do this Tui's raffle away, and hopefully you can win some. Perfect. And then is where's other Tim? Yeah. Oh, there's one Tim. Oh God. Oh, I'm glad we started that slideshow. Okay. Hey Tim and Tim, if I can get you both up here, you're filling in that? Perfect. We'll get this off and we'll get the raffle on. That's me. That's my head gear. That keeps mum and dad asleep at night, knowing that apparently I'm safe with that. That's Tasha Gale, by the way, Jewelleroos and New South Wales Origin representative, so that was pretty cool. Tim, you ready? You can have a yarn. You love the sports awards. It's like the first time you've never wanted the microphone.
Yeah, so Cody, this is all about you, this one. Guys and girls, I texted Katie the other day and I said, do you like red wine, white wine or champagne or chocolates? So she said, I like red and sparkles, so I've got me red wine, sparkles and a box of chocolates. There's a better box of chocolates than that.
Good, thank you.
There's another box of chocolates.
Love that, thank you. Lovely.
Is it gone? There it is. So there's you can have a pick at that other one over there because there's a chocolate liqueur or there's a red wine. So Katie, we really, really appreciate you and we really missed you last year.
Did you?
But Rabbit's done a reasonable job, but not as good as you've done, and you will always do for us. Thanks once again for coming down and being an integral part of Clarence Valley Sports Awards.
You want to do the raffle now?
Tim McMahon, how are we going up there? Do an award first? You ready to go? Time out. This is what Greenie normally used to do, guys. Add a few swear words in here when you've done this as well. Oh, what about the night at Sports Council one night, Deb, and you were one of your first tasting nights at McLean Council Depot, and Greenie's attacking the staff, and it was the F's and C's and whatever else. And the poor old Deb had to turn around and say, Greenie, shut up, behave yourself. Code of conduct, all the works, and then Deb got grilled from the council the next couple of days as well. But what have we got? 7 prizes. What are we going? The last one will be the Ensby, okay? Carl Press, got a Tui's. You don't like Tui's, I'll take it. Carl Press is the senior coach of Lower Clarence Magpies. Scotty Chard. You got a Tui's.
Nice.
I'll go deeper. There you go, I'll go that one. Nicky Ensby. I didn't know Nick was down here. He doesn't like... Nick, you don't like Tui's either, I don't suppose? Okay, how are we going to get one of them, Dick? Neville Thompson.
Yep.
That's 4. 2 more cartons of Tooheys. Once again, thank you to the Brownie, the Tooheys rep, and now they're also the Broom's Head store. Beautiful job they've done on the Broom's Head store. Brett Elm. That's 5. 1 more Tooheys. Go deep. Can't get any deep. Wibbo, do you put my tickets in here or not? Hang on, I've got 2 of there. What's that one? Is that a broken one or is it torn?
That's it.
That's it. Lenny Rudder. Oh, she wanted the esky bad. Sorry, Lenny, you've got 2s. Remember Timmy McMahon, he was the one that sort of separated the tickets. If anyone wants to sell the esky for a carton of 2s, see Sammy Capine, but he's just left. Sammy and Belinda, no, is Sammy here or is he out gambling again? Belinda, what have you done with him? Right, Sammy Capine's got the esky. Thank you, folks. And once again, thanks to Tooheys. They've been a good supporter of the awards as well.
But you're going to keep all those?
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to the People's Choice Award. This is the award before we announce the Senior Sportsperson of the Year. And I'd love Deborah Novak to come up on board to announce the winner of the Grafton Shopping Lodge People's Choice Award. Now for this, they are also eligible via an online poll, and there was lots of voting. The winner takes home a trophy, and I believe because the first time, not the first time, the second time in 3 years that it's been joint, you do get a $125 Sports Power voucher each. So you got to split it, and polling in 3rd place was last year's winner, Andrea Thompson. In 2nd place, on 112 votes, is hockey star Martina Williams. And in 1st place, I know there's 2.
Okay, Talia O'Hara. And Brett Ellum.
It's great being able to be picked by the people, isn't it? I know how that feels. Being an elected councillor, it's really amazing. So congratulations. And I just want to congratulate everybody else who also voted to support these awards as well. And our sponsors, can you come over a bit closer? We don't bite. And it's a real privilege to be up here as well, because I also chair in the previous council, I was the chair of the Clarence Valley Sports Council up in Grafton, and the Lower Clarence Sports Council, which I've done for 5 years. And it's a real privilege to be a volunteer in that role as well. And I really look forward to hanging out with those sporting guys every month. So it's fantastic. So congratulations, guys. And would you like to say something?
Oh, I'd love to.
Good on you.
Both? It's like a double thing. All right, we'll give it a go. All right, we'll give this a go. So firstly, I would like to thank Grafton Netball Association. Yes, please, round of applause for our Netball Association here. No, you guys have been giving me coaching, guiding all through, well, majority of my life, so thank you so much. I'd also like to thank South Grafton High School. They've extended my sporting and academic opportunities so much further than what they could have. And thank you to friends and family as well. Ongoing support, I couldn't have done it without you or anything really. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of the night as well. Oh, what's left of it?
The camp drafting sport, you know, there's sort of a league goes on and it's expanding at the moment. So you know that lots of volunteers, back to cattle donors. There's a long list of people, but thank you to everybody, and also thank you to the committee that it's a life. But thank you to everybody, and of course my wife Lucy, my mum and dad, they've supported me right through. But thank you, and enjoy your night, guys.
I would like to get the newly Clarence Valley's new mayor, Ian Tiley, to come up to present this award. And just to recap, taking out the inaugural Bruce Green Memorial Camp Draft, SCG umpire Bruce Baxter, Clarence River Cricket Captain Jake Cronin, sailor Harriet Woodrow, State and National Masters Cycling Champion Laurelie Moss, CRCA Cricketer of the Year Matthew Pigg, last year's winner and Commonwealth Games hopeful Mitch Christensen, Grafton Goes Captain Coach Todd Cameron, and back from the brink, horse trainer Scott Henley. And I'm pretty sure the new mayor's cleared out, so we've gone one better. And we've got who? We've got Ian Lauder to come up to present the 2021 Grafton Shopping World Senior Sports Person of the Year. And Ian, you're going to hang around after this because you're the president of the bowling club, so you've got the next award as well, but please come on.
Thank you. Thank you. I can see you.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this privilege to present this. Obviously, the mayor's gone. However, as president of our bowling club here, it's great to see a full hall here tonight. I congratulations all the participants here. Winners, losers, you're all winners, and it's amazing the number of sportsmen, volunteers that we've got in this valley. Excellent job done, thank you very much. I'd like to now present the Sportsman of the Year, and that is Mitch Christensen. You might realise this is 2 in a row for Mitch. I think it's well. Thank you. We'll give you that first.
Thank you.
There you are. And then we'll give you those 2.
Thank you.
And then also a gift voucher.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Give this one.
So you're going to give that one to him?
And this one here too. There you are.
Thank you.
I'll hold it for you.
I would like to thank the Yamba Bowling Club to host it, Bill and the team as well. I would like to thank Nikki and Hannah and all my team over there for supporting me the last 5 years, and Mum and Dad as well. They've been on the journey for 16 years or so. And and Terry as well, my coach. I've been there for 16 years, I think, 15 years. So I wish he was here as well. So, but yeah, anyway. And all the people who got nominated, congrats. And that's it.
That wraps it up pretty nicely, mate. Congratulations, Mitch Christensen. Grafton Shopping World Senior Sports Person of the Year for 2021, and hopefully we can see you in Birmingham, because wouldn't it be nice to have a local product that we can cheer on later in the season. All right, the last one to wrap up tonight. You're going to stay here with me, aren't you?
Sounds like it.
Yes, you are. This is the Ernie Muller Award presented by Tui's for contribution to sport in the Lower Clarence. So I've got you up, you're the President of the Bowlo Sport and Leisure, Ian Mortar, to present our final award for the evening. Similar to the Max Godby, nominations for the Ernie Muller are fielded from Lower Clarence Sports Council and their affiliated clubs, and that's with the 3 representatives on the committee, Tim Ryan, Tim McMahon and Tracy Morin, settling on a winner. So the Ernie Muller was widely respected and known as the Big Pom, and despite no kids of his own, heavily contributed to Lower Clarence sport. Now, Muller was instrumental in stirring up a little initial interest in the development of the Yamba Sports Complex. The award for leadership in administration of sport was initiated in 1993 when Ernie Muller passed away, and no person was to receive it more than once. A memorial stands at the 7th hole at the Yamba Golf Club. So, I'll get you to announce the winner.
The Ernie Muller Award. Obviously, Ernie, he was tied up in a lot of things in the valley here. He is also a very, very staunch Lion. And I'm a member of the Lions Club, and we have an Ernie Muller Award also. So Ernie's well known around the area for what he had done. Thank you. Okay, the Ernie Muller Award, the Tui's Ernie Muller Award for 2021. It's now 2022, but it's 21. And the outstanding achievements in sailing, it's Harriet Woodrow.
This is somewhat embarrassing.